Good morning guys, welcome to part 8 of this Spire Ultra Recce. I'm here in between Whittington and Brimington. Found somewhere to park the car in Brimington conveniently, so I've just walked to the starting point, this random spot halfway down the field here, where we got to last time. Going to set off from here. We're at the 35-kilometre point of the route now, heading over towards the 40-kilometre point, which will be our destination for this morning's walk. Still walking as the knee's not quite 100%, but yeah, nice stroll out this morning should do it some good. So without further ado, I'll get the camera stuck on the head so I'll look nice and cool and get going.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. Damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good.
Here we are then guys, just making our way out of this first field. Lovely day for it as I was doing the recce. Hopefully it'll be this nice on race day. You see the hedge ahead of us. We just need to get to the left hand side of that as we turn right here and start walking towards Brimington Common. I was just having a look in the hedge there. There are some round walk signs attached to a post that's quite well hidden in the bush. But yeah, that tells us to just carry on down here on the left hand side of the hedge.
I'm falling fast, sitting here praying that this night's gonna last.
As we approach the end of the field, we're going to make our way onto a little path that takes us towards some allotments on the edge of Brimington Common.
Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before.
There are some handy trees you can go for a wee behind here, just FYI.
I can't wait, our first time, our first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.
So ignore all the gates that take us into allotments and various other bits of stuff around here. Just pausing there to adjust the knee support bandage. And as we reach the end, we want to be turning right to follow that little path.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay.
Eventually we pop out onto a street and you'll see directly opposite, as we cross over, there's a sign for Damon Drive, which we need to go up.
This time I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time.
Now in the far right corner here, as we get to the top of Damon Drive, you'll see a little white gate between the hedges there. Just need to squeeze past that.
As they were a year ago, but all will be okay.
And look out for some lovely steep steps to the left here, just before we get to the children's park there. We turn left, see the railing quite clearly as you approach, and we've got some steps to work our way up. This gets you out of breath. So as we reach the streets of Brimington Common here, we're heading almost straight ahead, or turning right basically, and following this pavement.
And it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going live. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago.
We pass by Brimington Social Club there on the right. Just keep going as we head towards one of the only shops, if not the only shop, on the route. So at this point you're heading towards being a marathon into the running for the day. You may feel like you need to stop and get some more food or drink beyond what's available on the course. So there is a co-op just here, which is your one and only chance to stop and restock if you feel the need. We go straight on after passing by the co-op.
Way back a year ago.
As we head towards a busy road here, there is a crossing and the GPX will guide you to use this pedestrian crossing here. I didn't need to use it. I was out quite early on a weekend morning, so there was not quite as much traffic as you would expect on race day. But we cross over, turn left and follow the pavement for a while as we head towards the next checkpoint. So as we continue following this pavement on the right hand side of the road, just ahead there's a grassy patch with a van currently parked there. That's roughly where the checkpoint is, so you'll have some volunteers there and a chance to refill your water. So I think this is checkpoint 5 and we get food at numbers 4 and 6. So the one preceding this at Hundle and the one a bit closer to Sutton Scarsdale Hall. So this track leads us towards the next field we're going to pass through. You can just see a silhouette of a public footpath sign on the right there, pointing to the right to get us into the field. So we just follow the right hand edge of the field. You can see what I call the aerial tree up ahead, and some glorious views to the left. So just stick to this little brown path. You can veer to the left of the bushes up ahead there and just keep to the edge of the crops. I think that's probably the simplest way, but I seem to remember the GPX takes us to the right, follows the path behind the aerial tree. But yeah, I'm not certain, so yeah, use your best judgment here. It tends to be a bit more overgrown here. I feel like you were gone. It's all the I think I do have a longing glance back to the left there, the easier route that I perhaps should have taken. There we go. So as this field finishes, we just drop down to a little bridge before we make our way into the next field. Quite a steep set of steps with a kind of muddy ramp to the right, so I think the muddy ramp's less likely to trip you up. It is quite narrow though, and fairly steep, as I say. Heading across this little footbridge. Climb back up and out past a few bushes to get us into the next field.
What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly. Thoughts jumbled around, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't want to get lost in the sedative.
Again, some great views from here. And we're heading towards the trees you see in the middle distance. The path takes us into the woods here. You'll see a round walk sign on the stile. as the path forks here, we're keeping to the right, generally keeping to the right hand edge of the woods for a good while before we eventually drop and cross over some water. So yeah, bear right if you're not sure at this point.
I'ma make it. Fake friends, but I'm a downfall is toxic. Day one started the outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking.
Right here, you'll see there's a round walk sign on this little fence post. Carry on following that.
They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
Path does eventually peep out of the edge of the woods, so we get this little grassy section for a short while. Eventually we reach effectively a T-junction here, and we want to go left. Check for traffic. And as we go left, it bends to the right to keep us on this kind of top edge of the valley. A little bit tricky to navigate here. We're trying to find our way to a path that's kind of to the far left of the screen now, and there's probably more than one route you could make down here, but there are some steps on a couple of sections, which is where I think the GPX file will guide us. So we start to drop down to the left. And then the path's on the right there. Been a while since I've been this way.
Oh jeez, doing all this from memory, guys. Which way is it?
We do want to turn right here.
Nailed it. That section is really muddy if it's been raining at all.
This is where we want to turn left and cross over the bridge and up these steep steps. So after a really steep climb out of the valley, we reach this main path that goes left to right, and we want to go right. We're in the ancient woodland now, the Westwood. Really cool along here. At this fork we want to go left. We want to kind of get to the far left corner of the woods now, which is up on the other side of the valley, so we want to be heading diagonally upwards if we can. So here there's a fork, and I think I'm keeping right at this point. There's probably more than one way to get to the far left corner of the woods. You see those lovely carvings on the left, those kind of wooden people. Looks like they're carved out of trees, I can't be certain. But we'll just walk across the face of them and keep heading in the direction we were going.
I can feel the vibration, feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent.
Morning. Morning. Morning.
Well, yeah, I can't go to.
She said that could FaceTime tomorrow.
To the streets and turn them to a mosh pit.
So here you want to keep right. I was a bit unsure. Ignore the tiny little path there. Stick to the wider one. It does drop us downhill a bit, which is why I was questioning going that way.
Morning.
Morning. Manchester. Go on.
And eventually we get to the path that does get us out of the woods and onto the trail, heading towards a little branch off of the Trans Pennine Trail. Quite a long section this, but navigation's really easy. Just stick to this little path, you can't go wrong. Some sections a bit gravelly and uneven underfoot. There's like a little waterway in the middle of the path you have to be careful on.
Morning.
So as we approach this junction, horses go to the right, people to the left, but it's quicker to go the horsey way if you're in a race. And we just meet the Trans Pennine Trail section where we turn right. Check for traffic, make sure there's no trains coming. Past the picnic bench, and again navigation couldn't be easier at this point. Keep following the old railway line route as we head towards where Arkwright town is. Perhaps where an old station used to be here. Are they platforms left and right? I'm not sure myself. Anything over towards the far left of here is Arkwright town. There are paths over there. some interesting bridges and things that we passed by. We're just going over one which has a footpath underneath it, just getting between two farmers' fields there. And as we see the huge walls on the right and left here, where I presume a bridge used to cross over. See, there's another path to Arkwright town on the left. That gets you to the car park at the post office, where you might want to base yourself if you're doing a recce run around here.
Right guys, we've made it to the 40 kilometre point then, just where the remains of that old bridge are, with the big walls at the side of this Trans Pennine Trail section. Been a glorious walk this morning, absolutely I loved this section. The Westwood's got to be explored at some point, although I don't know my way around it perfectly. I had to question myself a time or two making decisions on the path, so if you can spend some time learning that section before the race, that'll save you a few minutes, I'm sure. In the meantime, thanks for watching today's route recce. Hope you're planning to do the race and your training's going well, and feel free to watch this to learn your way around. I'm going to still aim to do sections 9 and 10 to complete the recces before race day. Whether or not I get to do the race, the knee is going to be answering that question over the next 4 weeks. It's 4 weeks today until the race. So thanks again guys, I'll see you soon.